Is that what a RIP headphone users feels like?
Oh my, I'm not seeing any signals.
Okay.
Chad, can you hear and see us? Chad, I don't want to be alone.
Are we alive?
Yes, okay.
Okay, good.
Huh. Or maybe they're just maybe they're just predicting what we would be saying.
Yeah, that. Who was it who said that they had this thing where they were online for like 20 minutes and talking with chat? And as it turns out, chat was just talking to themselves and their internet connection wasn't working properly. Because chat was just posting things like, yes. Okay.
Alrighty. So I have no further Disco Elysium facts other than I swear we're gonna make it to day 3.
Maybe not this week.
I promise. That's a coriander guarantee. I'm Corey.
I'm Cameron.
Welcome to Talking Sim.
And today we will be playing Disco Elysium for the 6th time? I want to say?
6th?
7th?
8th? I lost count and I stopped putting it in the description.
Right. We are playing, we are doing a very bad job of being the world's worst cop.
We're doing an excellent job of being the world's worst cop.
Yeah. I mean, we're just failing constantly. Failing to have any kind of coherent ideology. Failing to exert our influence. Though we have gotten a body out of a tree, which is not nothing.
Yeah, very quickly.
Not nothing.
Like in record time.
Yeah. We have yet to find our badge or gun, but those are really secondary objectives,
yeah.
I feel.
Yeah.
That we don't really need to worry about. We've located several large folks who seem menacing, who may or may not be mercenaries. I feel we should try to find the body armor.
You want to try to find the body armor? Well, we already again screwed up taking the legs off.
Oh, right, yeah.
So we can't complete the set. And the rest of it is on the other side of the water lock.
Oh, okay, well that's easy enough. Also, I don't know if I forget when exactly this happened, but I got a minor spoiler for Disco Elysium.
Oh no.
Which was, I found out what the saddest song in the world is.
Oh!
And I saw the video for it.
Yeah.
And it's the smallest church in Sussex. Or a localized version of it called the smallest...
I'm not familiar with it, yeah.
It's a British Sea Power song.
That makes a lot of sense.
So, like, if you were reading Pitchfork in the mid-2000s,
okay,
you would have been familiar with a group called British Sea Power. And I never actually bought any of their albums because I was like, oh, this is nice. But I am a fan of the Decemberists. Right? It was that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it's this very pretty B-side from their first album called The Smallest Church in Sussex. Only here, it is called The Smallest Church in Say-Song.
Yeah.
And it is a very sad song.
If you fail that check?
Yeah.
Have you seen the version where you fail that check?
Yeah, your limbic system tackles it like a champ. Just gets in there with like the falsetto.
Yeah. God. I look forward to whichever version of karaoke we do.
And I know because I watched the video that it's a drama check.
Yes,
and
it is.
I really want the ancient reptile brain to get it because it like just gets in there and delivers with this like this Tom Waits style performance. All right, well, let's get into it, shall we?
British Sea Power did the soundtrack.
Yeah. All this great music is BSP.
Okay. Another interesting music connection.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Right. What are we working on? Looking handsome.
Dapper.
Flare-cut trousers. I like how our trousers are so tight that they constrict our blood flow and give us better electrochemistry. But impede our mobility.
We don't even have a hat yet. We must buy Froggy hat.
Froggy hat?
We must buy Froggy hat.
Hey, we have the orange bum hat.
It actually kind of works with these colors.
Yeah, like the orange on the tie and the orange on the tube.
And the kind of yellow highlights on the tie as well.
Yeah, and then the like
I think in certain
ochre-colored
light,
trousers.
the pants might.
But it hammers our rhetoric. People just don't want to listen to us. Ooh, visual calculus. And then our, like, track gloves.
I do want to try to get the whole track set,
Yeah.
which will require us having like 50 monies to get the speaker stand.
Oh,
I mean,
right.
We didn't really talk to him about like trying to negotiate what the speakers would cost that are propping up the sneakers,
Oh, right.
But he'll add them on for like 50 cents if you buy the
Really?
shoes.
Oh, the poor little speakers.
Yeah,
Fine booze
they're
and
just
drinking.
so garbage.
Yeah. I would like to get up to 217.
Case is solved.
Yeah. Moralist, huh? Moralist was the nowhere, wasn't it?
That's the status quo.
Right.
Protect what is happening right now, and then the least amount of people will die.
Oh. And I'm a very sorry cop. Which is somehow worse than boring cop.
You think?
I don't know.
Could be worse. You could have Lawjaw.
True. Although, I feel I'm a communist. Right? The game feels that we're communists.
The game feels we're communist, yeah.
Honor 1. Maybe we can get up to Honor 2.
We've done so many things, like opened a trash container.
Yeah. So does Orania know about the tattoos? Because
She
she
already talked
discussed
to us about
yeah,
them, yeah.
she already talked to us about them.
Yeah. She already gave us the deets.
But maybe we could find another mercenary who could tell us about them.
Yes.
So what do we do for the next 2 hours?
Conversation, and then we wanted to go up to the smoker's room.
Yes, we need to talk to the smoker when he's there.
Smoker's witness.
Oh, wait.
Oh, a thing!
A thing!
We're close enough, yes!
The curtains shift just a little. Someone is watching from within. Well, I'll see about that.
Yes, our new high perception. Right, we found a book even. Like,
yeah, we
should
could
just
read.
wander through all the old haunts.
Wait, where are the stairs up?
Around the corner and then next to the exit.
Oh, right. Okay.
Nasty old lady. That one, yeah.
Man, this place is fucked apart. Gonna do anything about the chair in the bathtub, Miss Groundskeeper?
I don't even know if she works there. Like,
Box.
box. Money or drugs?
Money! Money can be used to procure drugs. Explain how.
Let's check out the coal room again.
Ooh, yeah. Maybe there are new things.
Maybe there are new things. Did we pull the pants out?
Yes.
we did get the pants already.
We got the jeans out of the...
Out of the thing. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's anything extra cool in here.
Oh.
Oh!
100 tiny feet scurrying beneath the grate. The rats of the city. Oh, they've got little hands.
Little grabbers.
Little grabbies. If you ever need anything, chat, if anything ever startles you or upsets you, you can always go to reddit.com/r/littlegrabbies. LILGRABBIES.
See if Cindy's got something new.
Down officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
She is a coal miner. She does have eyes that seem to be smeared with coal. It's a different kind of coal. K-O-H.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, really? You're a miner.
Yes, I keep hoping a shaft will collapse on me, but somehow it never happens.
Fucking A.
Doesn't have to do anything. Nothing does. She looks at the paint dripping down the wall. Like me, right now. I'm doing nothing at all. Does anyone in a city like this? She replies wistfully, looking around. She's an artist. You can tell.
If there's pain about any particular home she's lost, she's buried it deep, fortified herself against it. Shoot, piggy. That's a really good... Oh, that's clever. I like you. Peace out, Cindy.
Catch you on the flippy dip. No.
No. Where'd we go from here?
Back indoors. Green door. That took two minutes, I think, off our our remaining hours.
How do we get up to the thing then?
Which one?
Up to where the smoker would be.
The other stairs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bad. Wait. Didn't we interact with the bus?
We did.
Okay. But it's continuing to be highlighted.
Some things are always there, like doors. We have money.
We have money.
We have 10 monies.
But we'll need it for tomorrow.
But we can get more money tomorrow. We can go to the bookstore.
And buy a book.
Or a board game.
Oh.
I don't know if there's any that are 10. I think
Can we play D&D with Kim?
I think Witherall is 25. I'm trying to remember the prices.
Are those bottles?
Nope. That is the smoker's apartment.
Oh, okay.
Alright.
But there was somebody moving inside.
Paranandrox, how expensive is the Catan game? The suzerainty.
Ooh, right, yeah.
25? Damn! But we can buy a book. We can buy books that make us sad. We can buy books that make us cry.
Mm-hmm.
We can buy books that we can
I like how those are two different things.
defeat. We can show a book who's boss. And gain a lot of information about.
Or we could buy wine.
Don't we already have some Commodore Red?
Do we? Items. No. Interact.
No.
No. Tools?
Yes.
Ah.
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 Yes.
Like my first instinct when we busted into Kuno's was to have the
The boombox.
boombox. Just like the Nihilist in The Big Lebowski. Bottle of speed.
Maybe we can go convince Roy to split his drugs with us.
Roy?
The pawn shop owner.
Oh, right.
He's got some radiation therapy going on.
Got any of those chemo drugs, Roy? No, these guys, they're probably still pissed at us.
Oh.
Nope.
Important orb.
So So we've interrogated the drivers about drugs, but it won't give us a check mark.
Because we told what's her face that we were done with that, I think.
Did we?
Or did we opt out or something?
Did we?
So long ago.
It was. L'origine du disco. There are clothes here.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Impressive print. Oh, yeah? The print depicts a muscled man striding towards you, a giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flame. Beneath him are the words, Hyemdall burning. Sniff the t-shirt. Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. With a side of flea market or trash bin. Sniffing. Oh my god. It's the men from Helmdall. Walking away from his burning village. What does Roy sound like?
He's kind of laid back.
Yeah. Walking away from his burning village, yeah. Their matter-of-fact tone belies their surprise at the fact that you don't recognize the figure in the print. Huh?
Huh.
I said I lost my memory recently. I need help remembering basic facts about reality. Oh, I see. That's tough, man. I feel the same way sometimes. The man from Helmdall is the hero of a series of popular books based on a fictional version of Katla. In fact, he leans in, most people don't think that the man from Helmdall ever really existed, but they are wrong. The lieutenant raises a brow. Helmdall isn't a real place. Neither is the man a real man, of course, but both the man and Helmdall are an ontological necessity. He stops abruptly. But hey, it's not worth getting into an argument about. What did you mean the man from Helmdall was real? I mean, even if the man from Helmdall didn't exist before the adventure novels, the stories have made it so that he has. It's simple, really. Okay, he sounds incredulous. Ah, if we assumed Helmdall was is Scandinavian inspired, it would probably be pronounced like Yelmdall. Helmdall is... You sound skeptical. It's not that... You sound skeptical. It's not that complicated. All that's required is a more robust understanding of cause and effect. Besides, I've been to Katla, though not quite as far north as the Helmdall, and watched the northern lights travel across the sky. Very unique, energetic tides there. His theory isn't exactly incoherent, but its logic does suggest some unusual neural activity. Interesting. Very, very unique energies indeed. Geomagnetic ley lines, one might even say. How much are you selling this t-shirt for? 2 real. Raises his eyebrows. That's dirt cheap. Could I have it for free? But why? Perhaps I could repay you in some other way. I deal in goods, not services. Yeah, okay. Ooh, Shivers and physical instrument, and -2 to authority because nobody can take us seriously.
Yeah. We can still wear the tie at the same time.
Oh my god. Welcome to Helmdall, officer. They wanted it to be pronounced Yelmdall. They should have spelled it with a Y.
Why?
It says Helmdall, or sorry, excuse me, Hjelmdall. So I'm gonna call it Hjelmdall.
Click on it so we can read the description. Yeah!
The men from Hjelmdall is standing in front of a burning village, dual-wielding his ever-present Svaya. Is he dual-wielding two-handed weapons?
Yes! Yes, he is!
His muscles look ready to burst out of the two-dimensional print and into your three-dimensional life.
The hit to our authority is because we're too old to wear the shirt.
The HJ in Norwegian makes the Y sound? No, it doesn't. It makes a hj sound.
Wow.
Oh my god, how low is this shirt?
Oh. Might as well just take off our pants. Yeah, the patrol cloak would really reveal a lot of that center.
Yeah. I can't do it, man. I can't do it. Unsavory odor.
Get a bit of an interface with our gloves there.
Yeah. Yeah. But they give us electrochemistry. Ooh, but half-light. I do like the patrol cloak for giving us shivers.
Yeah. We're doing okay.
Yeah. Do you have anything that gives us... Ooh, but savoir-faire.
Oh, styling.
Dude.
Ugh. Our money, because we bought the shirt, is at 8.
Mm-hmm.
Paranundrux.
Disco ass blazer. Indirect modes of taxation. Curious. I really enjoy all of these. Spacious crotch, liquid fit. Bum brain, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Heels ridiculously high. I love all these notes. Too old for this shirt.
Work it. What's on the other shelves?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, see rows of toy soldiers guarding the rest of the trinkets displayed on the table, some on horseback, others in rags, yet others in bright blue uniforms. All are stern and unyielding in their duty. Try to find something pretty and cool here, then use it to win her back. Oh, interfacing.
Mm-hmm.
We can...
We can up our interfacing. Yes.
Do you have anything else that ups our interfacing? I don't think so.
Well, that'll at least get us like 10% higher on the check.
Yeah.
Okay. Woohoo!
Why, what's this? A headless man riding a horse. A headless man wearing futuristic tracksuit trousers that say FLAN. FALN. Oh, that's the headless FALN rider. Who? The headless FALN rider. It's an urban legend about a man who rides the streets of Revachol sporting an FALN tracksuit, a fallen tracksuit. As you can see, he's missing his head. He points at a decapitated figurine. 50 cents, bargain priced. I'll throw in the tiny cap, too. I think he's looking for it or something. That's part of the story. That part of the story has many interpretations. Wait, win her back? Yeah. buy something nice. Figurine. This sounds off. You shouldn't trust this guy.
Buy it.
Maybe she likes Warhammer figures. Did I mention that this figurine is supposed to be lucky? Always carry it with you. He grins. This was a very smooth salesman's grin that almost comes off as earnest. You should learn from him. Knights on horseback? Big men on big horses clad in lamellar armor and carrying flintlocks, the kind that would mow down a line of enemy soldiers in the blink of an eye. Ah, dragoons. Franco-Nigerian knights. He looks at the dusty figurines in the dim light. I used to be very serious about these guys. A long, long time ago. Inspect the blue uniforms. They're not all blue. These figurines also wear gold coats and caps, complemented by orange trousers. They are variously posed, wielding swords and rifles with bayonets. Wait, this looks like Renee, the old guy who was playing pétanque. This is what the loyalists look like, yes. He inspects the figurine. At first, then they wisened up and got camouflage. Are these royalist soldiers? Which ones? The man peers from his glass box. Ah, those. Yes, they are. I find the paint job a bit gaudy, but children like bright colors indiscriminately. Inspect the figurines in rags. This set of soldiers isn't meant to look impressive. A few have rifles, but most of them carry pistols, some even shovels and tall sticks. Are these even soldiers? You're probably talking about the revolutionaries, yeah? The man behind the glass answers. Yes, they are soldiers, revolutionary soldiers. I think their poverty has been exaggerated for effect. When you place them next to the royalists, it doesn't seem like they could possibly win. Who's bitching? It is impossible to win against the cohorts of capital. Ask my friend. That's such a good line. Whose bitch it made me. Okay. He doesn't even bat an eye. I don't like either set too much, to be honest. He seems to have his own take on the conflict played out in perpetuity by these toys. Might be interesting to find out what it is. All the old boom... Okay, we have the boom boxes. The light pole has been carefully cut and the wiring has been redone and attached to a standard indoor plug. The light buzzes faintly but persistently. This will make quite a statement in your living room. Is that a street light? Yes, officer, as you can see, but it's in perfect working order. Where did you get this? It was brought in to me to be altered. He leans in so the pawnbroker wouldn't hear him. We're not here to investigate the theft of city property. He pauses, studying the light, then adds, you have to admit it's rather clever what he's done with it. How much for the street light? 700 real, a bargain, I dare say. Even taking into account the risk of obtaining the light, that seems a bit steep. There's also the matter of rewiring, but the most important transformation is the light's placement among ordinary indoor fixtures, which has adjusted its morphological field. The light became suitable for use inside the home just a few days ago. Well, alright then. Well, that killed about 15 minutes.
We can talk to him.
Oh, right. We can talk to him.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Oh, right. That's what your voice... Ooh, is Roy high, and if yes, what is he on? Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard, he's probably on poor Holidon. It's a tough one to come by on the street. What's that? A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow. So, where does a man get poor Holidon these days?
Yeah.
He takes a step back, studying you. How would I know? There's a note of indignation in his voice. Interesting. Those triangle patches on his vest, you have a feeling they mean something, like they're similar to the halogen rectangle on your jacket.
Mm-hmm.
What's with the triangles on your vest? He hesitates. I was with the emergency relief brigade, you know, after the People's Piles disaster. He coughs as if to mark his words. I had to take poor Holidone for radiation sickness. That's what you're just hinting at now, wasn't it? He's taking it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days. That must have been rough, radioactive cleanup. He hesitates. There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened and why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment and early deaths, cancer mostly, and we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could. Whose fault was it the generator failed? No one's, everyone's. He sighs and shakes his head. So much bitterness. A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor hoping for the best. What'd you think was going to happen? He points at the white triangle on his orange safety jacket. We were an all-volunteer force, self-organized, tried to help fire brigades contain the spill. On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood. Oh, he was a liquidator. Have you ever seen the liquidator badge
No.
from Chernobyl? It's a red drop of blood with an alpha particle, a gamma ray, and a beta particle,
Okay.
like moving through it.
Okay.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the heart to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help it out. There wasn't much for the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud, years getting sick. He looks at the spiraling lights and stops. What was the People's Pile? Bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere, some of it in you, too. How'd you end up running the pawn shop? Cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died, left me the shack and the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there, it's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far from Fallberg as I can. Still in the same city, but, well, thanks for telling me. He shrugs. I like theory more than story. Outward movement, not vortices. Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, man.
Oh, does he have any recordings?
Oh, of the Col do Mama d'Aqua. The Col do Mama d'Aqua? He looks at you in astonishment. Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter. I just have hobbies, like all normal people do, because I'm a normal person. Oh, I didn't mean to imply otherwise. Well, it's been a while since I've gone hunting for the Col do Mama d'Aqua myself. Once I knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that. That sounds so cool. Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Col do Mama d'Aqua, and he was one of those passionate people who knew a lot about all kinds of strange things, so he got the rest of us to join in a search. Did you ever find it? We thought we did. We got together all those recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them. He chuckles, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Col do Mama d'Aqua. Can I listen to it? Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all, but I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for. He starts rummaging through some tapes behind the counter. Do we really have time for this? The lieutenant whispers to you. Spin that bird song. He dusts off a case, then takes out the tape and places it on the tape player. This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific, just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange. He switches on the tape player. The speakers begin to emit a low hum. As the hum grows louder, modulating, but always unnaturally, uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. breathing is becoming difficult. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you. He nods to you reassuringly, just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. What's that? Gulls and skuas, but shh. He raises a pointer finger and inclines his head towards the speakers. A new, very high-pitched, shivering sound emerges amidst the others. That's it. The signal and the noise, the thin whisper. The low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank. He switches off the tape player. You know, now that I've listened to it on these speakers, it's not the cold Domama Dakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still fascinating, aren't they, early morning sounds? Can I have some of your drugs? Have you tried it before? It's almost like he's worried for you. The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved. Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care. I've tried it once, and I liked it. Here you go, man. He presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand. Very odd-looking. Yes, darling, that's the coalition government-ordained Here, hold it on. Straight into your gut. Not so sure about this one. Wait, why shouldn't I be sure? Because it's an anti-radiation drug and you're a cop, not a post-apocalyptic scavenger? Thanks, man. He looks down. Of course. You know anything about the traffic menace on the loose? Traffic? I'm sorry, officer, but I don't drive. But didn't you hear when the traffic menace drove over your roof? Now that I think about it, I do remember hearing a thunderous noise the other night. Some kind of powerful electric vortex hitting the shop and then moving on. That sure narrows down our list of suspects. A vortex sounds fascinating. Yeah, it was pretty wild. I didn't really know what to make of it, but I know it meant something.
Okay.
All right.
So we've got a lot of options here. Got a lot of options.
Well, we can level up, but we'll hang on to that until later, maybe.
Well,
We could also open up a new...
thought cabinet thing.
Yeah.
If we put a point in pain threshold, we might be able to get into the door, but the bookshop.
Oh, right. +1 psyche, -1 health. Interesting.
And we can booze up beforehand, and that'll increase our physical.
Oh,
So,
right. Yeah, if we get just mildly hammered.
yeah. We should be able to get through that door.
Ooh.
Challenging. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. All right, let's get liquored up and beat the shit out of a door. We're gonna win a fight with a door.
I'm gonna get some water.
Oh, okay. Have fun. Otaku Jeff cautions against this course of action. Otaku Jeff is a coward. Otaku Jeff didn't have our clarity of purpose.
Right? Or
Yeah.
drugs.
Or drugs.
If Otaku Jeff had had drugs, he could have gone so much further.
Yeah. So we need pain threshold, right?
Yeah.
If only it was physical instrument.
Mm-hmm.
We've got a lot of physical instrument.
A lot of them are shirts, though.
Yeah.
Physical instrument is, or pain threshold is physics.
Right. So yeah, alcohol will help.
Yeah.
Alcohol always helps. And then we want the flashlight as well, right?
Probably. Ooh.
Well, hello. Someone seems to have found a bottle of alcohol. Here's where the magic happens. Look at the bottle. What a solid can of mass-produced piss water. Well over 10% alcohol in this so-called beer. Pop it open before it gets too warm. Wow, the gods of mass production have made this alcohol container laughably easy to open. A child could have done it. Should I, though? I may have a teeny-weeny heart attack problem. Oh, yeah, the chest pain and the dizziness. You've suffered long enough. Now it's time to drink. To live. Why is it always about you? Your heart problem, your coronary artery. Think about us. We're in this together. You and your wacky tie of substance abuse. Do it for us. Pop it open. There's a satisfying pop as the cap comes off and the hair on the back rises like an army at attention. Our hairy back just... yeah, like, oh, what's going on over here? You've been here before. Welcome back, detective. You're home now. You can see a flash of teeth, a young woman smiling at you, near some railway overpass in your ruined past. She is gorgeous, and she is yours. What will be the repercussions if I take a sip? Nothing. Some mental stuff, nothing to be worried about. Physically, you'll be strong as an ox. Boonk. Tug, 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 tug. A golden sun melts down your throat, its rays filling your nostrils with sunshine. Your stomach melts from it into a happy, gooey mess. So does your mind. All the bad things are melting. You're you again. A real cop, a real detective. Incredibly well done. In the bottom right corner of the screen, there's a drink button. It gives +1 to physique skills, physical instrument, half-light, electrochemistry, endurance, pain threshold, and shivers. This is good before rolling a white check, but damages your morale. And remember, from the void we came, and to the void we must return.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
Just trying to clear up check marks.
Yeah. Get a reality lowdown.
Ah, it says forfeited.
Forfeited?
Get a reality. Or something. But yeah.
No, completed.
Alright.
Oh, forfeited.
Yeah.
Fridge victims bought. Oh!
Anyways. Got to clear all those.
I get it. No sane person would ever put their head into such a machine. Oh, the
Yeah.
salon. Yeah. Okay.
We are the master of breaking in now.
It's important to stretch. All right. It's all in the hips. Mmm. Mmm. Ah. You smash into the wood and see a small crack appear on the door frame. It's going to take one more to try to break through to the other side, but you've done it. The lieutenant stares at you as you stand there, silent, brooding. You're not thinking of trying again, are you? Fuck the system. Fuck, it hurts. We live in the moment, chat. That's what living in the moment is.
Oh. Yes, Kim?
Do you have something to say?
What is this place?
Looks like a gym to me. I think this may be the Artematips Boxing Club for young athletes. I think you're right, he says, though it looks like no one's been in here in ages. I doubt the electricity still works. Good thing we have a flashlight on us. Some specks of dust shimmer in a ray of street light falling from the window. Other than that, the room is dark. I like how there are purity seals on the door. An eerie feeling rises in your chest. What if there's a reason why no? Let's just keep going. I'm sure it's just a regular abandoned house. Nothing mysterious in here. Sounds good.
We might want to change our shirt to physical instrument.
Oh. For no particular reason?
Because there's a barbell we can lift in this room.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah!
Yeah. This is what Hjelm doll would want.
Right? Oh, yeah!
Yeah.
This is what
Yeah.
the Fallen Rider
Yeah.
would want. I think we're good.
Ready to work out. Sitius, Fortis. The rest is worn out. Oh, smells like leather and sweat. Worn out wall bars, they look unsafe. Oh, right, yeah, we've got the Fallen Rider.
Hmm?
The plastic headless Fallen Rider sits atop his equally plastic bull, his posture indicating either desperation or pride. Comes with a set of the infamous Fallen cap for which he lost his head. Head is not included.
It's not a... It's just a...
Oh.
It's just our inventory.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Empty bottle. A barbell lies on the floor. The color has worn off its weight plates. It's 60 kilograms. Your triceps hum at the sight of these weights. Show the world what kind of beast it's dealing with. Lift them. 60 whole kilograms. There are no collars on the barbell. This is a safety hazard. Why does it feel so familiar? Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars. Is it familiar because I'm a weightlifter? No, it's definitely not that. It's the stale smell of rubber, the squeaky sound of sneakers, your bruised knee against the mat, and a whistle. Then the feeling is gone. It's just a memory. A memory from another life when you were young and fit. Look, Kim, it's a trap. There are no collars on the barbell. You're right, the weights may fall off. Better not touch it then. Actually, I don't really care about safety hazards. Head hurts.
We can come back when your head doesn't hurt.
Why does our head hurt?
That might be a permanent check, yeah. I mean, a permanent modifier. I don't know why our head hurts. Highlight.
Oh, yeah.
interaction?
Oh. A bull! We can replace...
The
we can
Patank.
redeem ourselves
Alright.
to the Patank men. What about up here? Yeah, we should probably health up. The hallway is blocked by old window panes and debris. A large demijohn full of strange liquid. Is that like a unflushed toilet? Wild animals stare at you in the dark, stuffed and mounted. Airship rotors covered in spider webs, they remind you of blades. Oh yeah? Well, this place is pretty dope.
Yeah.
A naked mannequin torso, a strange yellow color. Cash! We can buy more Warhammer figures. Project Dreadboard. Your flashlight slides over an old green chalkboard covered in scribbles, sketches, and schemes like some ancient cave mural.
I'm looking for the remote for the
Oh, for the fan.
fan. I'll just turn
Some of the
fan
writing
on.
has faded with age, but you can still make out sections here and there, photos and drawings that have been pinned to the board. I'll inspect the drawings. These lithe, pointy-eared creatures appear to be different types of Welkins. You can make out autumnal candle Welkins casting wax-based magic, translucent Welkins with organs shining under their skin, and even ether Welkins hailing from the vast emptiness of sidereal space. Who are all these creatures? Fantasies of a tortured, feverish mind? One of the Welkins, towering above the rest, appears to be different, however. Examine the Welkin. This is important. It's Vera Hamira, a high Welkin, his face white and scarred like cracked marble. This is clearly a Welkin supremacist. The note says, all non-Welkin races will be purged. The Huldir, the Dweorg, the humans, and even the Headless Men, all of them purged. Imagine a world filled only with Welkin. Green Welkin, Dread Welkin, and the highest Welkin to rule them all. The lieutenant can't help but comment, an inordinate amount of time has gone into drawing these little Welkin creatures. Why would anyone spend so much time on this? Some people really like building a world, I think, even if it's just for a game. It looks like concept art for a project. It's not really real. One of them's a Welkin supremacist. Political commentary. That one has a great beard, too. Kim nods at the Welkin's facial hair. Well, this has been educational. Let's move on. So much effort. The photo collage depicts barren, icy landscapes wrapped in perpetual night. You see permafrost and glacial landforms, dead trees groaning under the snow. Entire oceans have been frozen from shore to shore. There are pictures of settlements on dried-up riverbeds, abandoned in a storm, animal corpses in the dark, carcasses and bones. Albeit dark and cold, this vision also feels cozy in its own way, like eggnog or morphine, a much-needed respite from our own world. A pinned postcard reads, the heat-death scenario, a desperate fight for geothermal energy engulfs the world as Viral becomes untethered from its sun, drifting through the universe. Inspect the schedule. This is a monthly calendar from the year 50. Cryptic words like sprint, daily minimum, and GPI span the marker down grid, the grand scheme of production and money. It looks a bit like an academic calendar, only much more brutal. Keep reading. What happened? As time goes on, the project numbers in the boxes grow rarer and rarer. The board has become an empty snowfield in the final days. Only failure and regret dwell in this region. Yeah, they're using, what's the sprint and...
Scrum.
Scrum? Oh, Scrum, yeah. Every 2 weeks you have
Or they're doing agile.
yeah, Agile is the, yeah. I remember somebody telling me if you don't like Agile, you're not doing Agile right.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like, it reminds me of like, you know, if brute force doesn't work, then you're not using enough of it, right? But
Yeah.
like Agile is apparently a fairly healthy way to do.
It's really great.
Yeah. Okay. The lieutenant looks at a frigid ice field of nothingness and concludes, looks like they didn't make it. A note in the bottom left corner of the chalkboard says, see the production schedule for filament for details. Inspect the notes. The handwriting is only partly legible, but can still make out 3 slogans. Call in, tune out, we're all untethered, and heat death of the universe. The full text reads, heat death of the universe is the new black. Another note says, the biggest advancement in role-playing systems since the 30s. Outside, a cold wind wraps the building in its bosom. Snowflakes in the wind. An old woman passes what the locals call the doomed commercial area. She tries hard not to look at the bookstore windows. It's unwise. They were making a game. This appears to be some kind of machine with a cube-shaped heart and a wired framework. The keyboard has a rectangular on-off button. A piece of paper still hangs from the printer. A radio computer, says the lieutenant, watching you circle around the machine, just sitting here without anyone in sight. He sounds surprised and a bit curious. Can we learn to code? Do we just drop out and become a... Can we just start making apps? Do you think I should turn it on? We have one of these down at the station, but I never really learned how to use it. Turn on the machine. The machine lights up like some prehistoric animal stirring from its slumber, revealing virescent play and print keys on the keyboard. The hatch on the machine's central compartment is wide open. Look inside the compartment. It's empty like a beehive without its brood. Some cables have been left tangling, disconnected. This is where the memory should go, the lieutenant notes, observing the machine. Press play. Nothing happens. Press play again. Nothing happens. Press play again. Oh, I wanted to play. Press print. Nothing happens. This old fireplace is covered in lines drawn in blue and red marker, the mesh spreading over the stone like blood vessels on alabaster skin. It looks ghostly and strangely ancient. Belch, excuse me, a diagram for summoning some time-forgotten being. Dear God, Morty. The symbols seem very esoteric. The whole thing resembles Kedron mosaic tiles, very pesantic. Whoa, what does that mean? History class, students with their textbooks open, studying the roots of our civilization. These aquarelle blue tiles looked beautiful in the sun. What am I looking at? Radio frequencies, it seems. UKV 123.6, UKV 123.7, UKV 123.9. Some written notes, too, sparse and cryptic. Radio frequencies for what? Unclear. It looks like a cardiovascular system split into veins and capillaries. Very advanced. Something medical? You think so? The web is comprised of radio stations. All lead back to one red heart titled the Game Master frequency. A note says this one can listen in on any station it wants? Looks like a surveillance program. Wait, who's the Game Master? Someone very important. A conductor for the hundreds of story threads that pass through the Game Master's frequency. Who's playing? Whoever decides to call into a call-in station, it looks like. A list of names under the station suggests people across 6 Isolas would be playing. Mundi, Isolinda, Katla, Grad, Samara, and even Ilimara. All of this gone, left unrealized. There's no way a little basement studio working here could pull anything like this off. My God. The lieutenant leans closer, his finger tracing the maddening rhizome. It's as if the less money they had, the more ambitious their project became.
Nerds!
Okay, yo. Look. Look. Why do you say that? The schedule, he nods at the calendar on the chalkboard, wiping his marker-stained fingers clean. I know doom when I see it. The company was running out of funding. What else? Nothing. It's just lines on marble and echo from times long gone. No one has used the fireplace in ages.
Kim's got a...
Oh, he does. Developers of the most advanced RPG in the universe.
Okay. What do you think is going on with that computer, chalkboard, and fireplace?
It's just failed business. The only question is, what the hell were they making? Yes, that is the question. Lieutenant takes a step back, steepling his hands. It looks like one of these popular pen and paper role-playing games, only these people were trying to automate it, make it work on radio computers. Utter madness, he thinks, as a compliment. Wow. Just walk away. Huh.
I mean, we are a jock. But...
Yeah. How are they planning to do that? Through call-in stations, he nods at the fireplace. None of the players have to be physically present. Anyone in the world can participate in the game as long as they have a two-way radio. Then there's the Game Master frequency that listens in on the smaller call-in stations. I think that was supposed to coordinate the stories, function as a master of ceremonies of sort. His fascination swept aside other concerns for the moment. He looks a little hooked. Has anyone ever done this before? Not to my knowledge. They make automated games in Grad, Messina, Koningstein, you know, places with industry. But I don't think anyone has attempted to create an inter-isolary game before. We just don't have the technology. And this was a role-playing game? Indeed, those Welkins are a dead giveaway, he points to the chalkboard. Role-playing people love that stuff. The world looks like a modified version of the Real board game, with heat death thrown in. Super cool someone should give them millions of Real immediately. This game is too good to be left unfinished. What do you think happened to the company? No idea. They stopped filling out the schedule on the chalkboard. Huh. Indeed, it's ambitious and untethered from reality, but... Do we have any money? The world is cold and lonely. This would keep it company. Let's finish it. A half smile breaks out on his face. It's too late for that, I'm afraid, he says, looking around the derelict room. The pipes howl and a rat crosses the floor. Okay, let's keep moving. Let's fucking pitch this cop shit and go and be game devs, Kim. Just you and me.
In this abandoned district.
I'll learn to code Fortran. And you come up with the rules. Is this Emma's atelier? Wait, who's Emma again?
So there was like that buzz box with all the list of businesses.
Oh, right, yes.
So these are just the businesses.
Right. Steel rotor blades bearing a Slipstream logo. Skis with Slipstream painted on the laminated top layer. This looks like someone tried to reconceptualize their business here. I don't get it. Look, the skis and rotor blades both bear the same Slipstream logo. It seems likely that they started out making one, failed to turn a profit, and then pivoted to producing the other. That's a good question. How sad. Reality is ruthless.
Aha!
A cube! The cube-like crisscross of filaments feels oddly fragile in your hand, its intricate structure covered in dust. Silver tape on the side reads production schedule. Note: this filament contains information that can be read using a radio computer. Money? Can we put it in the radio computer?
Yes.
Shove it in the thing?
Yes.
Shove it in the thing. Shove it in the thing. Like a smooth drawer, the filament slides into place. Oh no, it was already glowing, and it's also making a sound. This is probably some alien sealite technology. Static gets louder, slowly filling up the abandoned hall until a voice speaks out, crackling and cold, cutting into the air. East Insulindian Repeater Station. Good evening. Fortress accident on Rue de Saint-Gilles Lane. This is East Insulindian Repeater Station 1. Please repeat, is this the production schedule? What's the production schedule? The filament you have inserted into the reader. Oh, cool. That was a question. Have you inserted the core? Yes. Good. Please repeat the password. You should ask for a hint. Password. I'm really bad at passwords. Can you give me a hint? No. Is it my birthday? Still no. This is the police. Please open this thing. The voice recites, I am contractually obligated to protect the privacy of filament holder Fortress accident. Without filing a warrant with Lintel, I cannot give you access to this filament. I'm afraid we're not doing that unless we want to wait for a month. Now, can you please repeat the password? I don't know the password. Received. I will register this login attempt. That sounds bad, a login attempt. Something a criminal would do. Don't worry, passwords have a way of turning up sooner or later. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Why did you call me Fortress accident? Fortress Accident is the company on whose name the terminal you are currently using has been registered to. Do you have any other information about this company? One moment. You hear her flip through a catalog before she reads out with studious care. Fortress Accident SCA produces revolutionary interactive call-in radio games. That's what the catalog says. Oh, that's not bad. Cool. The static drowns her response. Any other questions? You hear her ask when the connection finally improves. That's all for now. Thank you and goodbye. The old lady's voice disappears along with the static. Tiles on the cube are still smoldering. Remove the production schedule. Okay. Was there anything further down? Shoes in a puddle of melting snow. The floorboards creak. Can I have the shoes?
I don't think you can have the shoes.
Whose shoes are they?
A person's.
That's troubling. Ooh, postcard.
And it's been snowing outside, so it's recent.
Yeah, that's alarming. An iron safety curtain curves before your eyes, folded like a bellows. It covers half the room, blocking the way into a colossal industrial chimney. Ah! Can you please try to refrain from attacking random things? I want to see what's on the other side, Kim. Why do you think there's necessarily something on the other side? The lieutenant asks, but you can see a spark of curiosity in his eyes. In any case, there's no way we can get in right now. Let's investigate further. Where's your spirit, Kim? Is there a way through over here?
No, it's up by the chimney.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Drugs and money?
We need those.
We use those. There's a door in this bear, and its eyes are lit up. That's interesting. Ice bear fridge. Fuck. We could have put the body in here.
We could have. If we knew about
man.
it before we had to.
Aw, man, we should have left the body in the tree for another day. It would have been fine. This ice bear is a hyper carnivore. Be careful. A gust of freezing cold air rushes to greet you. You hear a low grumble as the bear regulates itself. This is the inside of a refrigerator. The lieutenant takes a peek inside. His hand has found the holster of his gun. Relax, Kim, it's a fridge. Of course, just a giant ice bear-shaped fridge. He relaxes his hand, his face bathed in the harsh light of the open fridge door. Let's take a look inside. The shelves are empty. All you see are crumpled ice cream wrappers and the brand name Revachol Ice City. A handwritten note has been attached to the door. The fridge is huge. You pocket the note and the little fridge magnets, keeping it on the door. Yoink! A friendly cartoon bear smiles back at you from a glossy cellophane wrapper. It looks nothing like the fridge. The paper still smells of vanilla and chocolate. What the hell is this doing here? Good question. It looks like an ice cream fridge. Somewhere in the past, it's summer. 5-year-old Fifette lets go of her mother's hand, change jingling in her pockets as she hops towards the ice cream stand right across the plaza. As she makes her way to the market stall, the girl starts crying. A ferocious ice bear is guarding the fridge, its paws raised to ward off any potential customers. Her mother rushes to soothe her, but Fifette doesn't want ice cream anymore. She just wants to go home. The ice bear stares at them as they leave the plaza. A gust of wind flies on one of the wrappers past the sobbing girl. So they try to sell ice cream from this hyper carnivore? I know, Lieutenant says. What an unfortunate marketing choice. What is even worse, the bear is still costing them money to this day. Lieutenant points at the red snaky cable running from the fridge. The fridge buzzes with energy. The electricity bill on this thing must be catastrophic.
So sad.
So sad.
Ice bear fridge.
All they wanted to do was delight children. Looks like this furnace has a face, and it's a face of agony. It's dark and grimy here. In the darkness, you can hear chatter. It's coming from above. A voice, or several voices, talking to each other near the smoke chamber upstairs. The echo is so prominent, it's impossible to discern what the voices are saying or what's producing them. What are you doing? The lieutenant asks when he sees you climb halfway inside the furnace. I can hear someone talking upstairs. Wait, really? He looks up at the ceiling. Maybe it's coming from behind those safety curtains we saw upstairs. We should ask the lady in the bookstore what's going on with these curtains. Oh god, the only time we were good at video games is when it hosed us. A handwritten note you found from the giant ice bear fridge. It still bears some marks from the fruit-shaped kitchen magnets that were used to secure it to the refrigerator door. The note is written with a blue pencil on a piece of lined office paper. Does it say anything interesting? The lieutenant leans closer to read the crumpled note over your shoulder. This is tangential at best, but the lieutenant's detective instinct is still active. Read the note. Someone has scribbled, S, I can't believe the off-site copy is still here. The illiterate ginger kid keeps stealing stuff from the studio, so I had to hide it somewhere safe. You'll find the filament memory with the off-site copy in the frozen ice cream maker. Please take it home ASAP. It's important. I'd do it myself if I lived in a civilized place with a freezer. Take care, Sulislaw. Do you have any idea where the frozen ice cream maker could be? Don't know. I assume it's closest to the ice bear fridge. Wonder who wrote that note. Looks like someone from that radio game company upstairs. I'm a little surprised they just left their property lying here. Maybe they had to leave in a hurry. Kuno destroyed the video game company.
He did.
He actually did?
Well, I mean, they were a bit over ambitious. A little
True.
bit of feature creep.
Yeah. The flashlight casts a strange shadow. There's a hidden doorway here. Two rusty rifles are hidden above the piping. They look inoperable. A few bricks have fallen off, revealing a compartment behind the wall. It's too dark to see in. Seems like an old bunker from the Revolutionary period. Look at all those rifles. He points up at the rifles under the ceiling. Must be an old weapons cache. Hole in the wall. Yes, there is. And there also appears to be something inside the hole. Do you want to take a look? Your hand reaches. It's going to be like 17 rats. Rusty rifles hidden away. Inspect the rifles. Most of them are rusty and inoperable like the rest, but one catches your eye. A bolt-action model with a fine wood stock, in better cosmetic order than the others. This one looks nice. An old Belle Magrave from the Revolution. Lieutenant notes with approval. His eyes are gleaming. Seems to no longer be functional, but still, a beautiful thing in its own way. It means there are firearms, breech loaders, still lying around in Martinez. This could prove useful in our case against Ruby for Titus. Men are easily swayed by the sight of a rifle. We have a gun. We have a gun. That seems healthy.
It's broken. You can't equip it.
Oh. Oh yeah, the illiterate ginger kid could actually be Kuno S.
True.
This orange machine is buzzing like an old submarine. It has a hand-cranked ice cream churner on top and an electric freezer. Try to crack open the lid. I feel the game is condescending to me.
Try it. It's a white
Hold
check.
on. Physical instrument. We have other physical instrument stuff,
We're in
don't
them.
we? Oh, poop.
We're already as physical as we currently get.
Aw. You see the pry bar's metal handle bending right before your eyes. That's a good pry bar. I'm not criticizing it, but this ice cream maker is frozen shut. It takes an advanced tool to get it open. Advanced? Where do we get one? I have no idea, officer. This ice cream maker isn't important enough to requisition a special tool. Sooner or later, you will stumble upon a tool mighty enough, then we will know what's in this mysterious ice cream maker. Mouse. Two cables are plugged into the breaker box. The red one leads to the ice bear fridge and the black one to the ice cream maker. If we unplug the ice cream maker, maybe
It should
can
unfreeze
defrost.
over time. Yeah.
Oh, there was something there. Ooh.
Mesh shirt.
Yeah. Show off our gains. Cash and
Drugs.
more cash. 45 cents, Kim. That's money in the bank.
All right, let's give the old man their ball back.
Yeah. Oh. Why are you dressed like that, officer? I have my reasons. We are just incalculably sad.
Oh, they're down. Yeah, okay, sorry. I thought I get mixed up.
We're still waiting for a replacement for the bull you sent sinking.
The old veteran stares at the shot-put ball in silence, then speaks in a reserved voice. What is this? Are you mocking us? This isn't for petanque. No need to get angry again. And Renee, I'm sure the officer tried his best. It's not like there's a bull kiosk here in Martinez. I'm very sorry. This is the best I could find.
We got the Sorry Cobb achievement.
Yeah! The best, huh? He inspects the ball. This isn't even a bull, but fine. I guess you did attempt to right your hooliganism. Your hooliganism. Consider it forgiven. Composure. Oh. It's a Belle McGrath, he says, taking the rifle. 4.46 caliber, breech loading, Revachol made, good weapon, accurate and reliable. This one's inoperable. The bolt spring is missing and the mechanism is jammed shut. Still a beauty, he adds, handing the rifle back. Where did you find it? Oh, basement back there. I'm not surprised, he looks at the building. There are probably lots of forgotten wartime weapons lying around here. Back in the day, everyone had something stashed away. As for the rifle, I don't know what else to tell you, he shrugs. These BM446s are an antique. No one uses them anymore. The ammunition is impossible to find. His guard booth.
Yeah, he's the guard for the harbor.
Oh, okay. Ah, yes, the Debatars Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights. He looks down at you. Not out of any political allegiance, mind you. I'm an old man. I don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight, he adds with a slight sigh. He feels like he has to justify himself for a reason. Your booth looks right into the yard. Yes, it does, he nods. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday. Oh, so who was working your shift that night? No one. The booth has been unmanned since last Monday. He looks suddenly very old and tired. There are no other guards, just me. No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday? Yes, he nods, before hesitantly continuing. It's not actually an issue. I mean, look, officers, his partner jumps in. The container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before, nay. Mr. Clare had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative. Mostly decorative. The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals, he tries to argue. Everard created this job for Rene because he knows the Royal Carabineers' pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off of. A decorated Kingsman collecting terror reflects bad on the whole neighborhood, his words. Yeah, he's actually describing the panopticon. The possibility of someone being in the booth.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like the guard tower in prisons, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No one actually needs to be there. You have the policeman behind the eyes. Look, officer, he pauses like Renee doesn't actually know how to reply. Can we conclude the topic of my guard booth now? Yeah, sure.
Someday. It's 21 o'clock.
Oh, it is 21 o'clock.
Let's go visit our smoking man. Let's go the other way around.
Do we? I thought we could go up through...
No, there's a fence. It's like it's on the side
right,
Kuno S
right,
is standing.
right. Actually, before we talk with him, should we take a break?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, let's take a quick break, chat, and we'll be right back.
After these, not messages.
Hey, we're back. And we're going to continue discoing in Elysium.
All these Elysian fields
So
Spread-
much disco.
before us. Wow, our check is going up.
Yeah, conceptualization. Do we have any conceptualization outfits?
I think some of the glasses help. Maybe the ones we're already wearing. No, I guess not. We have no
Yeah.
imagination.
Headwear. seems-
Drugs would help.
Would they?
Well, it's one of the stat blocks would be affected by.
Oh, yeah.
So which it's logic. It's the top one. Int.
Yeah.
It's int. So
Int.
do we have anything that?
No.
No, cigarettes should help with
Oh,
int.
yeah.
We have them. They're right there.
Pull one out of the pack. Soldier's fat and succulent. What are you waiting for? Light up, become yourself. Get a load of this rock and roll cop here, people. Johnny Thundercup finishes fishes a cheap lighter out of his pants with a flick of the thumb, and there's fire. A primal satisfaction. Here we go. The lighter's dark green, disposable plastic. Safety's off. In your case, the safety is always off. Dip that bad boy in the flame and breathe in. Thick, warm smoke gets sucked down into your lungs. Immediately, you feel a warm nostalgia fill your head. Excuse me. Fill your head, body, and soul. A nostalgia for yourself, the man you were in your youth. Johnny Thundercop is back, and he is chill as balls. We leveled up.
Yeah. Alright, Wall.
What do you got for it? Oh, I'm gonna...
Just in case.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Low? Actually,
Yeah.
wait, hold on. Are any of our... Is conceptualization being hurt by anything? It shouldn't be.
No, I don't think so. When we sing...
We're gonna see you later.
yeah. So if we try the check and fail, we can put a point into
Yeah.
conceptualization. And try again. We don't need to do it now.
Because you see it. Finally. This wall is sublime. Look at it. The shadows. The colors. Let the conceptual joy flow into your pupils and blossom into thoughts in your brain. All the other walls on all the other houses must make pilgrimage in adoration of this, the uncontested pinnacle of wallcraft, color peeled from the very face of God. Oh, Wall Father! Kim, I must paint this wall and add even more beauty to it. Huh? He sounds tired of it all. Cindy, the skull has all the necessary materials. Talk to her. Draw nourishment from its beauty. He sighs, then adds a resigned tone. If you must. Holy fucking dog shit.
Oh, alright.
Kim, poor Kim.
You should just like put us on a leash, like one of those little toddler leashes. Little blinders. What are Kim's pronoun? KCAZ Duke 19? He, him.
Yeah.
He's male.
I love the little flashes of nerdery that Kim displays.
He's a total Beetle Clart. Like,
Good word, by the way.
Gendarmerie, you found me.
His slender figure is backlit by city lights, its distant streets and motorways flashing like diamonds. Feels like Friday. He seems to be in a good mood tonight, and his shirt is still unbuttoned. We got your hint, found the key right under that stone.
Beautiful. So tell me, are you here to make things right again?
Honestly, I'm just trying not to screw anything up.
Beautiful. I have some good news for you. My Sunday friend is visiting me tonight. I told him about you, and he'd like to say hello. Step in. He's already waiting.
sorry, chat. Yeah, Beetle Clart is a word from this game. That definitely means nerd.
Yeah.
It's definitely four eyes. It's talking about his glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
But...
Downstairs, a cat crosses the yard, disappearing into the bush. Besides, I've got to run. Run where? To the city. He gestures idly toward distant motorways. It's a beautiful night. A man on high heels stumbles out of a basement club, music blasting over the entire district. It's chilly, and as the chemicals hit his nervous system, 1,000 shivers ripple through his body. We'll talk, the smoker assures you, brushing his hand through his hair. Just not tonight.
70 experience.
Wow. Alright, interview the Sunday friend.
Alright, let's get in there. Ooh.
And he's gone again. Looks like it's becoming a theme for him. There's something so different about him that I just can't quite put my finger on. Different, of course. Why does he smell so good? You like talking to him. Lieutenant squints his eyes, trying to hold back laughter. It made me feel special. It made you feel special. Come on, detective, let's go. We've got a potential witness to interview. His Sunday friend, remember?
Oh, yes.
Quarterly business magazine. First, we establish dominance. Ooh, that's... Huh.
Mm-hmm.
We establish dominance by just pretending he isn't even here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Make him wait.
Yeah.
Let our eyes roam around the room.
Ooh.
That gives us drama and electrochemistry. Alright, man. What have you to say?
Officers of the Reversal Citizens Militia. My name is Charles Villedron. I am an official with the coalition government. I work for the Institute of Price Stability on assignment from Sir Leclerc. I heard you talking to my friend outside. Very good, super. I'm here to assist you in any way possible. Ask me about the hanging.
No, first ask an innocuous personal question to get the interview off on the right foot. Where you got this beautiful silk robe
We got
from?
it from an atelier in the East Delta Commerce Center. Personally, I think it's a little culturally insensitive, but the material is great. Sadly, the shop is now out of business. That's really all I can tell you about it.
What's an official like you doing in Martinez? The coalition is only looking for the price stabilité. He raises an index finger. Inflation is a killer, like a heart disease blocking the normal circulation of the economy. It must be controlled. The economy impacts the entire international community, which is why it requires international oversight. What is the price stabilité? Stabilité. Okay, but what are you doing in this apartment? Ah, well, I'm renovating it. It is an interesting project. The building used to be a 12-story skyscraper before the cannons took the top 4 stories off. This, of course, happened when the coalition forces landed here. He smiles. You could say I'm undoing some of the material damage the international community caused when we arrived here. So you're some sort of bureaucrat? Yes, as I said before, I'm a commissioner for Sur le Clef, working for the Institute of Price Stabilité. He glances at his watch. This is one of the main projects of the moral intern. Let's talk about something else.
Let's talk about the lynching.
Yeah. I'm sorry to say I did, officer. The man gives a solemn nod. He didn't see the hanging. He saw the little show staged by the Hardys. Let him talk. He may know more than he knows. Start from the beginning, if you don't mind. Officer, it's very difficult to describe what I saw that night. It was so surreal to me, like in a play. The lieutenant is already scribbling down notes. What do you mean, like in a play? It was just so strange. I could barely comprehend what was happening. I was on the balcony when it happened, getting some fresh air. I remember that first they came in carrying what looked like a body, and then I saw all the surrounding windows go dead one by one. That's when I understood. I should not be seeing this. The lieutenant nods to you. That lines up with previous testimony, doesn't it? Well done, detective. Thank you, sir. I think we've got the picture. Anything else stand out? Only that there were about Only that there were about 10 or 8. I couldn't make out anything. It was so dark and it was quiet, he says, smoothing his hair. Quietest lynching I ever heard of, let alone heard. But I suspect that you already knew that. I can't say I'm surprised. The fine reputation of the men and women serving in the RCM is well deserved. Can you tell me about your friend? Ah, my friend. My friend is a good young man. His family immigrated here from Kedra, and his life has not been easy for him. But he understands the importance of education. He has taken his future into his own hands, and that's all that matters. You still haven't told me who he is. Sorry, who? The man throws a quick glance at his watch. Your friend, the smoker on the balcony. We were just talking about him. But I told you, officer, he's a bright young man here to pursue his education. Education is the foundation of our future, especially the arts. It is a cornerstone of our civilization. So all you can tell me about him is that he's here to study the arts. He's deeply enmeshed in the study of fine arts, yes. Which arts? He is truly a free spirit. He likes all the arts, perhaps graphic design, printmaking, who knows? The world is open wide for talented youth like him. How'd you meet? How did any of us become friends? Bad things happening on the Insulindian Isola, oil platforms ablaze in the night, civil wars lasting for years. Finally, the international community is forced to step in. You're describing how the coalition occupied Ravashal. One of the wonders of democracy is that everyone is allowed to have his own opinion. The man pats his pockets looking for something. And not just allowed, encouraged even. Have you ever tried debate? What do you mean? Debating. You should consider joining a debating society for adults. I hear they're oodles of fun. I used to have a flyer for one, but now that I start to think of it, it was for an improv class anyway. It's this funny theater thing, you know. He moves his fingers. Very creative. Helps relieve stress. A chill runs down your spine as you envision a half-dozen people in professional attire standing around a chair awkwardly pretending to be waiting for a motor bus. It's neither funny nor creative. I love Mitch Hedberg's joke about improv is that it was short and E.
When we were trying to come up with names for SET, one of the names that was pitched was Impro 5, where the 5 was just the V, but bigger. Impro 5.
That's profoundly, like, dweeby.
They came from the group called the 404s, so, like...
Evening at the Improve.
Oh, that's good.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathleen.
I hope she was talking to us.
I hope so.
It works on a lot of different levels for seeing an amateur improv group. I was
Yeah.
just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
What if I told you there's a fugitive from the moral intern in Martinez? A fugitive? Well, I would say that is very bad indeed, not super. What sort of fugitive are we talking about here? Corporate espionage stuff. That is extremely serious. Corporate espionage may technically be legal in Ravashal, but elsewhere it is a very high-level offense. It violates a number of international agreements, in particular the first Le Chalt Accord. This fugitive must be turned over to the ICP immediately. Have you apprehended them already? A moment, if you don't mind, sir. Lieutenant pulls you aside. You do realize what you're doing, don't you? You're dooming a young woman in her hour of desperation. Very real trouble. I won't tell you how to do your job, but remember, this is an RCM matter. Make sure you weigh your next words carefully. I understand that you're here to investigate a murder, the man says, his face grave, but I must impress upon you the seriousness of this matter. Thousands of corporate secrets may be at stake here. I shudder to think what damage that might do to the international markets. It's certainly serious, sir, but there's also the question of jurisdiction. The Wayfarer Act places certain strictures on what matters the RCM may involve itself in. You're right, of course. What use are protocols if you don't follow them? The man sighs. I only pray that the ICP apprehends this fugitive before more corporate secrets are lost. That's not the real reason he's so apprehensive. Men in his position shouldn't be seen loitering around in underprivileged young men's apartments in the middle of the night. Ooh. Jamais vu. The opposite of deja vu, not already seen, but never seen. Everything that should be familiar appears strange and new, like some half-forgotten day in your childhood, only now. That's the feeling you've been having, and for who knows how long. You should go and ask Joyce Messier about this. What world are we in? This is the fundamental question.
So we get XP for orbs now.
Ooh.
I think we should shove another thought in.
Yeah.
Either that one or the Cult of Mama Dakwa.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super logical for a cop to wear this.
Plus one to logic.
Insensitive bachelor party vibe.
Save those for checks we need to pass. Or we can boost up Inland Empire and just hope that some passive checks in dialogue happen.
Yeah.
'Cause who doesn't want more Inland Empire?
Hmm.
I'm gonna check on the
Indeed.
coffee. It's ready.
May I have a cup?
Yes.
Please. Okay. Is there anything more that we need to talk to him about?
Was there anything else?
What is this international community? La Communauté Internationale is what Revacholians colloquially call the coalition. In other words, the nations that stopped the disaster of the revolution. What is the price stabilité? It is the most important thing. That doesn't tell me anything. It is the central goal of any sound monetary policy. Maintaining the price stabilité is essential to maintaining high levels of economic activity, which is essential for maintaining high levels of employment, which is essential for maintaining the social stabilité. It basically it makes sure the price of bread doesn't change. Précisément. Too much inflation, bread becomes too expensive. Too much deflation, it becomes too cheap for bakers to produce. That's why the Institute of Price Stabilité works to keep inflation below 2%. 2% of what? But not too far below, no. Too below is bad. Below, but close to 2%. You're not answering my question. The coalition believes in the importance of informing the public about the benefits of the price stabilité. Transparency is one of our principles. Would you like an informational pamphlet? Okay. A sound monetary policy is essential for addressing uncertainty. Stabilité is the raison d'être for the moral intern. It is the reason why I identify as a moralist. No kidding, I'm a moralist too, and I feel like a failure for it. But I don't have any leaflets on me today. That's too bad. You can always call our information line. Making information available is part of the moral intern's commitment to transparency. It's the International Organization for Moralists, hence Moralist International. The Institute of Price Stabilité is just one of its many mind babies, as is the coalition.
Mind babies. I forgot to put the coffee in. So it was just hot water.
Oh!
I have to wait a little longer.
Oh! Oh!
It was filtered.
Oh, that's good. very, very thoroughly filtered. So when I said I was enthralled to foreign interests, what I should have said was that I'm a moral intern bitch. Doing one's job does not automatically make anyone anyone's bitch. Besides, there are more nefarious powers to work for than the moral intern. Are you a moralist? But of course. Am I a moralist? Well, do you value freedom? Do you believe in a normal, stable world governed by democratic values? Lieutenant, are you a normalist? A moralist?
Normalist.
Me? I'm a lieutenant of the RCM, dedicated to maintaining law and order in Ravachol. A very moralist answer, the man nods. The lieutenant is practiced in the art of putting on a show for one's superiors. Martinez doesn't seem very normal or stable to me. Martinez? No, Martinez is something else. What about the rest of Ravachol? Is it part of the normal world? Ravachol is generally difficult. It is led by an interim government, which means it hasn't yet achieved full democracy. But they are working towards it. You're all doing very well here. Very well here. Very well here, relatively speaking. He gives you an approving nod.
We are communist.
Yeah, democracy is a meaningless sham as long as the working class is under the boot heel of capital. Lieutenant clears his throat. Of course, the detective's personal views do not represent the views of the RCM. Ah, my friend, but the lesson of the revolution is that communism does not work, my friend. It doesn't work because the coalition crushed it violently. And you're telling me this world here is working out well? It's moving towards the right direction, and that's all that matters. Progress is measured in centimeters, my friend. Centimetre. Tell me about Sur-le-Clef. What's there to say? Sur-le-Clef is a modern urbanized country that measures very high on the Human Development and Freedom Index. Mostly, though, it's known as the executive heart of the AP. So this guy is basically from the IMF. Right? Moreover, it is a great sponsor of less emerged countries. Revachol is only one of its many darlings whose progress it supports and cherishes. Oh, that's awfully nice of them. Because a great percentage of Revachol's culture hails from Sur-le-Clef, its language, its people, its cuisine even, or at least in the downtown La Delta area. Jamrock and other parts of the international zone have been mercifully spared of Sur-le-Clef's love for meatballs and mashed potatoes. Alright, I'm done with you. Yeah, moralists are very... they're neoliberals.
But we also have the ultra-liberals.
Right.
Which are not the moralists.
In a wider sense, this is actually my apartment. And yours. Ah, so you are a communist. Is there anything else that we've missed here?
No.
Okay. Wait, do we only have this many slots for clothes?
No. There's a scroll bar on the side. We have, like, infinite room for all the items.
Oh, good. That's a relief. Alright, goodbye. One summer I read Globalization and Its Discontents.
Okay.
I want to say it was an attempt to make my conversation even more scintillating.
Oh.
What?
With whom?
I don't know. So when Kim goes to sleep, we can talk to Miss Orania Disco Dancer.
About how she feels about us.
Yeah, but maybe we should talk to...
You want to talk to Cindy?
Yeah. Cindy seems super cool.
Left. Yeah.
Hop, 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 hop. It also wanted us to talk to Joyce, yes, but we needed to talk to Cindy, too, about the wall.
We need materials for the wall.
Where can I find wall materials? Wallterials.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Cindy, I need some paint and your brush too.
What for?
It's for art. It's for art, okay?
Well, if it's for art, but her eyes narrow to slits. What kind of art are we talking about?
Grand art. Art deluxe. The artiest art. The most groundbreaking. The...
Sounds like you're just about to live out your self-pity, not make a statement. I can't have shit art on my conscience.
You will all see and tremble.
Yeah, not gonna hold my breath, Piggy. You look like you'd suck at everything, really. Meh. It's not a red check, is it? Oh, it
This
is
is a red check.
Damn it. Okay.
Can we leave the conversation
Yeah,
and come
you
back
can
to
leave,
it?
and we can
it
come back
was-
to it like way later too.
Because it was a conceptualization check, right?
Yeah. But we're only at 3%. I don't think we have conceptualization clothing. Unless the
Yeah.
new stuff we picked up. That's one. That's a shirt again. Oh no, jacket, shirt.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's +2.
And we're still under the influence of cigarettes.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Again, I think we should wait.
Yeah. She told us we sucked. That hurt.
It's because she's cool, though.
It hurt my feels. It got me right in the feels bad. The feel bads. Oh god, I can't even pluralize it properly.
Joyce?
Oh yeah, Joyce.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Reality?
Yeah.
Oh!
Ooh. Ooh.
Ah!
What is all of this? The scent, the sound, the air. What world is this?
What world? The fading pearls of her eyes looked to the sea. The only one, I suppose. The world of matter and its pale antipode.
The camera of her mind glides over the surface of the water. What do you see?
Great bodies of water, forest-covered surfaces, clusters of light where the cities lie. You've seen the montage, we all have. This world is enough, she concludes. There's a term of endearment they coined for it. In the DeLorean century, when humanity was high on this world, discovering more and more of it, these archipelagos included Elysium.
Elysium. The world needs a term of endearment?
It does. There are those who would call it hell.
What is hell?
A term of hatred that originates, like many such things, with the Mesk petrofascists. You want a picture of the world? She raises her finger to her lip. There is no complete set yet, dear. They're having some trouble reaching orbit.
How come?
Great things are difficult to achieve, for now we're viewing the world from the inside, sideways.
Inside sideways, what shape is this world then?
We used to think it was a sphere, but that is beginning to look less and less likely by the day. You wouldn't know it from the tabloids, but the ORG nations have been launching weather balloons into the lower ionosphere since the 30s.
ORG, Occidental Revachol-Grad.
There's a steadily increasing trickle of images between the big three scientific contributors. They're piecing together a dark gray corona.
A dark gray corona.
Yes, she pauses. Pale covers 72% of the surface. There are gray flares and prominences, even arcs above entire isolas. The images are blurry, but if there was a sphere in there, It certainly looks like it fractured a long time ago.
A cold fear seeps into you. The Pale? What do you mean by corona?
They say there is rarefied an envelope of matter surrounding the darkened disk of our planet. That is, if we are all still living on a planet. Or to speak more plainly, imagine vast swaths of land disrupted by nothingness. I'm sorry, dear, she looks around. It must sound quite terrifying through the acute encephalopathy. Even scientific positivism isn't entirely convinced about what we're dealing with here. But this is one of the great questions of our time. Maybe when they get the complete set together, it will jolt us out of their rut, bring us together, however naive it may sound.
Fractured corona doesn't feel like it's going to bring anyone together.
You have misimagined it. I don't have the power to convey you the effect and geometry of the images that depict our world from below low orbit. She looks up. It's like the crowning of the world. It's insane, very disco. You'd love it.
Well, if you say it's disco.
See? Everyone finds something worth holding onto in this world, however wasted its opportunities.
Suddenly you're conscious of yourself standing there on whatever this all is. Your arms hang down by your sides. He adjusts his glasses. You said pale. What is pale?
Pale is not, technically speaking, part of reality.
Yes, the lieutenant looks at his watch. Also, I think we've had enough excitement for today. We do have a case to attend to.
Of course, Lieutenant. She bows, then turns to you. Let's try something else.
I want to know what the pale is. What do you mean it's not part of reality? Ma'am, he turns to her again. Remember, you're dealing with a very sensitive and impressionable police officer who's still recovering from a recent medical episode.
The Lieutenant's right. Let's change topics. She gives you a little wink. What do you want to know? Anything?
But she wants to tell you. You could sneak back later when he's not around, unless you can convince him to step aside.
Yep.
Kim, can I talk to the ma'am alone for a second? Fine. He steps away with his notes. See? What can you do? You're a grown man. Now, what is the pale?
Are you sure you're sure? Your colleague seemed adamant.
Yes. What is the pale?
Okay, she concedes. The pale is the most dominant geological feature of the world, Detective. The separative tissue between the isolas. It is the interisolary mass.
What is the pale like?
Achromatic, odorless, featureless. The pale is the enemy of matter and life. It is not like any other or anything in the world. It is the transition state of being into nothingness.
How much pale is there compared to the world?
The pale outweighs reality 2 to 1. There's more pale than there is matter, and the ratio is slipping.
Slipping how? To our detriment, or?
What do you think, Detective? She looks you in the eye.
There's more and more of the pale.
Precisely. One of the few measurable effects of the pale is that it is expanding at an unknown rate. An intuitive conclusion of the development is that one day the pale will cover everything, but this sort of talk is mostly left to extremists. Most people, and indeed most private and government sector organizations, entire civilizations and religions even, find handy ways to ignore or downplay that knowledge. I suggest you do the same.
Off we go, and you see the hanged man's mouth open. Off we go into the wild pale yonder.
One and all, she closes her eyes. They say pale is death, but for the universe.
Why should we just leave and leave, and the world get left behind? If we're surrounded by pale, how do you get from Isola to Isola?
Oh, it is... Her lungs deflate, her words sound like a sigh. So difficult for us.
A squall of birds, hardware operating in the harbor, firm, self-evident.
It is possible to force dimensions on the pale. In modern times, we can even compress its latitude, bouncing radio waves from one end to the other, shortening the path. But it is still hard for humans to navigate the pale without getting lost or having our minds damaged.
The pale can damage the mind?
Extensively.
How?
Some say the damage stems from the extreme sensory deprivation. Others that pale somehow consists of past information that's degrading, that it's rarefied past, not rarefied matter. They call it the blend-over of the self. The pale does not only suspend the laws of physics, but also the laws of psychology, maybe history, even The human mind becomes over-radiated by the past.
What does this over-radiation feel like?
Feels terrible. Absolutely terrible. International standards strictly limit civilian travelers to 6 days of pale exposure per year.
It's more for her. Way more. You're not a civilian passenger.
No, nameless detective of the Citizens Militia. I'm a member of the Entroponetic business class. I'm cleared and trained for 22 days of pale transit annually.
Perhaps that explains her strange pining after the revolution, some degraded early memories. Someone else you've met may have been exposed as well, the strange gray-haired woman in her lorry. Do lorry drivers pass the pale?
Yes, carried in the hulls of airships, she nods. It's a horrific job. Automation will abolish it soon.
You should ask the pale driver about this, see what she says. That poor woman must have stories to tell like you couldn't imagine. Are you over-radiated?
Up to my gills, officer.
What is entroponetic?
Entroponetics, she corrects, is the scientific study of the pale, or a recent iteration of it, by way of Grodd. The study of pale reaches back 6,000 years. The Perikinesians called it the Western Plain.
They cross it, the Western Plain?
There are signs of pre-modern crossings. Successful navigation of the pale relies not just on technical know-how, but intensive psychological preparation. Some of these tactics have been known for thousands of years.
What has entroponetics changed then?
Nothing. We remain powerless before the pale. The only real advance in pale transit is the speed at which an aerostatic craft can pierce it. Less exposure leads to less effects later.
Aerostatic craft?
Hybrid airships, detective. Conventional rotors or jet engines no longer add velocity after the point of reference for motion is suspended, once you've crossed from near pale to far pale.
Far pale?
In essence, we throw them in and they come out the other end if we throw them precisely.
If we do not?
Then they don't.
Gone, like a skipping stone beneath the surface. What are its physical properties?
It's difficult to describe or even measure. Something whose fundamental property is the suspension of properties, physical, epistemological, linguistic. The further into pale you travel, the steeper this degree of suspension, right down to the mathematical numbers stop working. No one has yet passed the number barrier. It may be impossible.
Is it here?
No, detective, we're safe. She points to the sea. Begins there, 6,000 kilometers to the north. Even more to the south, east, and west. You're in the middle of the Isola.
As your gaze instinctively turns north, small black pit opens in your stomach. 6,000 kilometers from the end of the world?
Yes, that is enough. Many cities are built much closer.
And there?
An uproar of matter, darling, rising into the pale, rolling, evaporating even, a great vision. The area of transition between the world and the pale is called the porch collapse. Imagine a gray coronal mist, cold vapor, marked by spores of an opportunistic microorganism, a mold that's adapted to grow at the edge of the unrest. She closes her eyes and breathes out heavily. The most disco thing you will ever see. Yes, sweet reality. She stomps her foot. But before we do, tell me, detective. Is this the first time you hear this? Do you really not remember anything?
I'm getting a vague sense of who I am, but no, I didn't know this.
Beyond curious. Tell me, what do you think of the pale?
What? You were right. It's disco.
Her eyes tense, crow's feet radiate from them. She observes you, your bloodshot eyes and swollen face. You really didn't know. This does not spell good for you, the investigation detective. If you don't even know this, then she stops mid-sentence.
This investigation will be my masterpiece, the one they will remember me by, I promise.
I hope so, I truly do. If I may suggest, hold on to your colleague Kitsuragi. I ran a check on him and he's very competent. In the meanwhile...
Some of that assurance is meant for herself as much as it's meant for you. She must have a lot on the line here.
You have me. I will assist you in any way I can, even if we have to do it one basic term at a time. She gives you a slight bow.
Good. The lieutenant returns. You have not passed out from it. Perhaps I worried for nothing. Are we still in the reality lowdown, or should we do actual police work now? Right, let's get to work, Lieutenant. All right.
This time, coffee.
This time, coffee. The greatest words in the English language. Oh no. No, oh no. Was there an oh no? Thank you.
No, it's brown.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't brown the last time. All right.
All right.
We could probably talk to Titus. Show him the dog
Yeah,
or something.
yeah, we found the rifle.
Yeah.
It's you again. What is it?
It's a weight check.
Actually, hold on.
You want to up your logic?
Yeah. I thought we had logic gear. Let me put on my thinking cap.
Alrighty.
It's you again. What is it?
For starters, you could find out what's behind that mystery door in the kitchen. If it's a secret route she could have used to get that to the roof. Can't get through the door? You know what would help? Doing a thorough search of this room. Maybe something's hidden. Upstairs in Clausia's bedroom, the window the bullet came through. Analyze that. You could crack that Clausia's defenses. Maybe she'll tell you something helpful.
Alright.
All right.
Stuff to do. Think we can send Kim to bed now.
Yeah. Well, elaborate yawn. Time for some old shut-eye, Kim. Can I lock your door behind you?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Doop 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 doop
Do
doop.
do 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 do. Slam.
Do you want to try fixing your face?
Kind of.
Oh, orb.
Oh, orb. They should have sent a poet.
Yeah, we'd need to up our electrochem. Or encyclopedia.
Yeah.
But it's not really important.
We could try to fix the thing.
With the chain cutters?
It seems like that's a bad idea, though.
Fixing the sink?
Yeah. With chain cutters?
It's the only tool we have. It's that or the pry bar.
Is Clausia in her room?
Yeah, she's upstairs.
Okay. Maybe we should put on our empathy hat.
Maybe our empathy, our drama shirt.
Do we have empathy clothes? We do not. At least we're not taking a hammering for it. Maybe we should take off the insensitive hat. Visual calculus, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we do have a point.
Yeah.
We also have visual calculus glasses. Any other visual calculus gear? Nay. The golden light melts away into the blue, glassy darkness of your mind, and there are two neon-lit shapes, a man and a woman on the single bed. Like the witness said, the man is kneeling, the woman is on her back. It's the night of March 4th, and a shot has just been fired. The man looks directly at the woman. The shot's possible directions converge in his mouth, a ray cast from somewhere else outside entering his brain. Where does it come from? From the roof outside. Location A, prime. The glass fractures around the bullet hole. Shards phase inward like a corona behind the woman's back. The ray cast from the man's mouth unravels into a fan of possible directions, all on the roof at first. The shot could have come from any of them. This is a composite location A prime, most likely of the origin points. Shouldn't there be gun residue outside? There could have been. Then the rain and slush and wind washed it away. This was more than a week ago. 72%. With a weapon that's good for medium range, like a rifle or a sports pistol. This is a good shot distance, but not too short. The perpetrator aimed with their back against the railing, or possibly kneeling for precision. This would explain why it only took them one shot. The lights were on in here. Outside it was dark. It was like shooting fish in an aquarium, a well-lit aquarium. The victim opened his mouth to let the bullet in. Neither of them would have seen anything outside in the darkness, too busy with their own bodies. Could there have been any arguments against A prime, the roof? None that you've found thus far, but that doesn't mean there aren't any. What about further away? That's a 28% yes. In this model, the shot could have come from a greater distance. Nothing excludes the possibility. Should we extrapolate to include every possible point of origin in Martinez? Extrapolate. You would need a map of that. A map of Martinez. The man does not know the bullet has entered his brain. He never will. Death comes faster than the realization.
All right. So we do have to buy that map. For this check.
Yes.
We're probably fine without it, you know.
I was just thinking, what a nice day for questions.
Now
Pertaining to a murder investigation.
Ah, yes. She pours herself some more coffee. The night before, I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer.
It's one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium.
Wow, she nods. Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording. Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus, she nods. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
Can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
You mentioned loud disco music?
Oh yes, various artists. Ostentatious orchestration, prime among them. She arches her eyebrow, waiting for it to connect with you. Oh, well, we're huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course, like 7. Life gets hard, she says, half singing. But we go on.
It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it?
Would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
So a slow, sad song started playing, like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that while time you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this?
Yes, there was a church in there, a really small church, like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that, and also that it doesn't matter anymore, and that we are alone now. It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I was going out later anyway. Didn't bother me.
Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
Are you sure I wasn't being assaulted?
No, it didn't sound like there was a fight. It sounded like someone was trashing their room. She takes a sip of her coffee and smiles. Window was smashed, the tape player probably, the song stopped, the furniture too. A real destructathon. There was screaming, then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then, around 4 or 5. She nods. And that was it.
Thank you. All right. We can buy a map in the morning.
We can try that door again, too.
Oh,
Probably.
yeah.
What's this check? Physical instrument?
Oh, I thought I was really close to another level. I
We
guess
have
we've gotten
one.
2 levels today, didn't we? Oh, no, wait, yeah. Right, it gets more expensive to level up as you go, right?
Nope.
Oh,
It's
okay.
always 100 XP.
Oh, but this is maxed out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We don't have to.
Yeah. I mean, actually, that might be how they got onto the roof, right?
Do you want to put clothing on?
Yeah. I mean, that's usually just a good idea anyway. I gotta put on my door busting shirt.
With door busting pants.
That's another. Ooh, gotta put on the proper door busting shirt. Those are half light.
And booze.
And booze.
It's a tool.
It is a tool. Boop, 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 boop. Got it.
Yes.
It is an unbelievably satisfying sound.
Nice.
Filling you with a belief in your own body.
I think the bracket's broke inside. I always wanted to know what's in there.
Let's see. Footsteps. A clue. You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor. Large prints, most likely made by boots. The size is hard to determine. Sole could be bigger than vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform horizontal lines. This doesn't look like the worker boots from the garden, from the haying, does it? The footprints do not speak. They simply exist here, a product of the dust, just as the footprints outside are a product of the mud and apparently different shoes. Ooh, level up. Wow.
Yeah.
Gross. You can almost see the shape of men and women writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens. What were those people doing in there? They're doing something quite unnatural there, sensationally unnatural. pinball machine has been taken apart and gutted.
Hey, an empathy thing.
An empathy coat. Tools. New smokes.
Sweet.
Look at those fat little soldiers.
Yes. All lined up.
Good coffee, by the way. Thank you.
You see, the trick is to filter the water.
Huh. This pinball is white deodra. The black glass shows a female figure in mourning. A note. NB. The spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Where is that? More money.
It's 5 monies.
That's money in the bank. Outstanding. What does it say? Ooh. M. Knife Locks Blues.
What are you looking for?
Oh, it just...
Oh, clearing.
Yeah, clearing the message. We'll leave it for now. I feel we're going to need that hand-eye coordination for the end game. Ooh. So this is where they brought faulty pinball machines to fix them up a long time ago. Okay. So we have superior logic. We have the crime scene. We have... What else did our brain want to convince Titus Hardy?
Oh, they wanted us to go behind the thing. The door.
We've been there.
We saw the winch that's outside. We looked at the window. We might want to buy the map. I don't know if that'll affect the window
Yeah.
thing. But, I mean, Tom, the Hardy thing is a white check, isn't it?
Yeah, we can keep trying it. And we need to put on our logic clothes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. The most logic outfit. Oh, yeah, maybe we can speak to Klasia again about what's behind the thing. You're right, Chad. You're right. Let her know that there's a hole that can see into her room at least. Do you think we'll make it to day 3 today?
I was just thinking what a nice evening it is for taking part in a murder investigation.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe phrase it emotionally. Hate to say it, but you've got sad all over the place.
Yeah, she draws out the vowel. I've contaminated it pretty bad.
Is that why you're out here?
She nods. The contamination spread from room to room. First I escaped upstairs. The sad got that too. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
What is exactly the nature of this contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk around the establishment is that you have an industrial sad spill in there. She taps the roof with her heel.
Somewhere below, military-grade sad is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
That's where it always comes from, isn't it? From the head, from the past.
It's a feeling, white, filled with doom, gaseous, invisible, deadly. It's everywhere.
Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got, with a bit of old love sprinkled on top.
Probably, yeah.
Love is terror. She breathes in a large billow of menthol-infused smoke, savors it, then lets it out slowly.
Sheer terror, panic, and screaming. Did you know that leads to a downstairs elevator?
I did not. She takes a drag of her cigarette. Do you think this has something to do with what happened?
It's possible.
She keeps looking at the door with a worried expression. Wind ruffles her hair.
There's a peephole on the other side looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Looking into your bedroom, miss.
Okay. There's a pause as she processes this information.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning with her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
You think this is somehow connected to me?
We don't know.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
There's no way of telling.
God, where is it? I think I need to cover it up.
The perforation should be under your bookcase in your bedroom.
Thank you. She looks towards the window. Cold wind blows from the sea.
Let's not discuss it any longer. Or who do you think made it?
Shit, I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Is there anything else back there?
There were tracks on the floor. They were recent.
Huh, this isn't good.
She feels like quarry, encircled. Her eyes dart to the door. It's an old pinball workshop, the room back there. This place used to be a pinball arcade.
Okay. Oh, glad someone had fun.
That's all for now. She's lost in thought, eyes narrowed, forehead furrowed. God's name. Volition? And drama, right?
Yeah. Mesh shirt is drama, and I think the robe is drama as well.
Hell yeah! I have the power of God. Excuse me, I've got to get on my drama shirt.
What brings you up here in the rain?
God's name, wake up. We are still wide awake and staring into an archipelago of truths, scandalous facts she shared, omitting nothing, even if it casts her as a demi-monde with sexually lax morals. I got nothing, wise counsel. It's just silly of me to imply she's lied. Gosh, she's so young, isn't she? She would look spectacular in a starring role. Be careful not to look too long into her soon-to-be famous face, lest it make you look like an indecisive suitor. Looks like this one's not waking up. You'll have to do without pushing any further, at least for now. Nope. She looks back. Time moves slowly, the triangles on her face rearranging into a weary smile. Don't worry, we will protect you from her beauty. We will consult you through the reefs and sounds of her persona. We will see through deceits. You are shielded. You are wise. You are advised. There are muscles on long white bones that line her limbs just below the silver jumpsuit. Miss Orania Disco Dancer, you want to put your hand on her back and feel it arch. Avert your eyes. The strange moment ends. It was brief, no longer than 2.2 seconds. Well, goodbye!
Run away! Oh. So,
We can go and talk to,
Hardy?
Hardy.
Or we can go to sleep and make it the next day.
Ooh, we could. We could get to day 3, chat. We could do it today.
In the last 15 minutes of the stream.
Oh, fine. 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 I'll make it to Wednesday. This look is mega. Mega
There's
ultra.
a lot going on there. Oh. Sending a lot of signals. It's a vibe.
I'm
I mean,
just
it's
vibing
perfectly
at maximum
fine
power.
for sleeping in. Definitely sleepwear. Ugh.
Let's go to sleep. The bed is still cold from the wind blowing in from the broken window. The mattress creaks as you close your eyes and try your hardest to fall asleep.
Here we are again, my broken bud. Waves are coming, carrying you away. But you can't go. No, you have to stay. Always half aware of yourself. You're not cooperating, brother man.
Why?
It's your disgusting body. Even through your sleep, you feel a vague discomfort suffusing it. Your belly and your sides are unpleasantly tender. You wish you could curl up into a fetal ball of safety. But you cannot, because of the pain.
And there's a lot of it, ever present in your organs. It's like every one of them has their own nasty song to sing. That pain in your right side is your enlarged liver, by the way. As for your kidneys, you've really been compounding the damage lately. Every cell in your body is moaning in agony, asking, what did we ever do to you? I'm sorry, cells. It's all me. It's my fault.
You're finally thinking about something other than yourself. Let's see how far that'll get you.
I think I need medical attention.
Oh, yes. They'll check you out, give you some pills, make it all okay. The Wonder Maker.
Don't be stupid, Harry. It's not happening. They don't make new kidneys and livers in hospital. All you've got to do is pray to God it passes, while you stare at the flickering darkness.
You're just stuck here, in the half-world. Could try looking at other people, really looking. But why would you want to start doing that?
I will. I'll look at other people all the time. I like
Sure
them.
you do. They're all so friendly, aren't they?
Some of them are. Some of them are nice. Others are scared. At least they're interesting. Each one has a process just like yours, running in the space between their ears, full of secrets. People are beautiful, statuesque parodies and tragedies of themselves, a great democracy of
What do
creatures.
you think you're doing right now? Coming to some greater awareness? Look at all these lights, blinking in and out of existence. Thoughts. You're just pretending that you're asleep, even to yourself, while the world goes on without you.
Let it. Let it.
But it never seems to let you go, does it? Time to rise and wipe that shining sweat off as best you can. Gather your bearings. Rock and roll.
Exactly, plummeting sloth. Listen here, limbic system. Oh my god.
Just give him a minute.
Is there someplace I can shower? It's been like a week.
I think we missed our chance to bathe.
Did we? Did we have a chance to bathe?
Yeah, I think someone tells us we stink early on like day 1, and then we can do the bathing thing. All right.
We can do the bathing act.
Yeah. All right. Boof.
Okay.
Time to thank our sponsors.
Yeah.
Today, Garfy400 subscribed for 45 months. Thank you, Garfy. Oops.
Mr. Verite came back for the 24th month. Hey, happy 2 year. I remembered to do this live.
Hey. And Sound Guy 0DB, 28 months. Hey, all loving Disco Elysium streams. Completed it 3 times and I'm still finding stuff I haven't seen in this game. Same.
Kevinaw has come back for the 41st month. Woo, talking sim for my birthday.
Happy birthday. Darth Omega, 31 months. Thank you.
Dissimulate came back for Dissimulate 1 came back for the 48th month. Happy 4 year.
I am Clockwork, 68 months. Good work.
Denny McGee came back for the 50th month. Thank you.
Welkin just subscribed thanks to the Maricat.
Demented Chiptune has come back for the 2nd month. Love to see those 2 months. Thank you for deciding to come back.
And Dr. Guns for Hands, 39 months. Like to see those 39 months.
One Wheel Only is a brand new sub. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for deciding to support us.
Block cheered with 997 bits. You keep saying things like down with the bourgeoisie, eat the rich, sodomize the landowners, impale all people that have more than 25 real in their pocket, literally murder all human beings regardless of their political beliefs, that kind of stuff.
Hey, I'm just saying what we're all thinking.
Right?
Patron of the Moon came back for the 33rd month. Thank you.
Captain Cobalt, 62 months. Thank you.
Ash Burnham came back for the 53rd month. I love this show.
Matrix Knight, 88, 26 months. Hi there. Hello.
Reptile Viking came back for the 12th month. Happy 1 year. Oh, geez, it's been a year already. I know that feeling.
Limbic Systems, just subscribed thanks to the Maricat.
Beautiful. All right, so there will be some noping occurring soon,
Yes.
I believe.
Adam will not be here.
Mm-hmm. But Ben will be playing the Padre.
That's a cool art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Pater.
The Pater. And then we got Watch and Play tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows?
What's... Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oof.
Yeah. Followed by Camel Up.
Good game.
Yep.
Good game.
Good game. And Thursday's got Checkpoint and Magic and TTSF.
Yeah, where I will be assembling Gunpla.
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 Plah. Friday Night Magic.
We're playing the Cons of Tarkir cube that we were given.
Cool. Yes. And Adam's still rolling through Persona.
Yep.
Oh right, Cadence of Hyrule has a DLC like thing where they play as the villain.
Oh really?
Yeah,
that sounds way
so
easier.
I think you still have to move to the rhythm.
Oh.
Yeah. But yeah, that finishes off the week. So look forward to all of that.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us this week, and we will be back next week, where we will continue to disco and Elise.
Love you. Bye.
Goodbye.